Alrighty, welcome back to Weenie Trades. We had one of the craziest Fridays ever. We had a ton of good trades, a ton of bad trades, but we were able to walk away with $500 more than when we started the day. So really thankful, super good day, super fun, lots of good trades, lots of bad trades. It mostly came from day trading. So in this video, we're going to be talking about why your position size has to be a little bit smaller when you're trading same day contracts, obviously because they're more volatile. We have a higher delta and a higher theta that can create really big profits, but your losses can be really big if you aren't precise, and especially if you don't cut them soon enough. So let's get into the trades. Let's talk about our losses first. So our first trade of the day was on Disney, and Disney, I want a little bit more exposure since it was coming up that 180 price level, and boom, we got this quick move up, then slam down, and we put in a higher low pivot from the morning low, and I went ahead and went long Disney just over 177.50. 179.50 with a 177.50 call contract, looking to add if we get above 180. Well, Disney just peekabooed barely over 180. We had this nice little mini bull flag and it peekabooed over 180 on a little bit more increasing volume, and I added to Disney and boom, we got this quick slam down. And as we started to come underneath this first entry, I had to stop out of the 180 strike call underneath 179.24. And then once we started to put in a little bit of a bear flag, look how we slammed down, came down, slammed down, and then I gave it a little bit more wiggle room, 178.74, and I had to stop out of Disney. And Disney was an annoying expense trade right away on the day of minus $166. I put in stop orders to lose about $100, and the stops filled, and they got a lot of slippage of an extra $30 on both contracts. So that was minus $166 to start the day. But I'm so glad I stopped out of them, because if I hadn't, it'd be minus $300 or $400. So you got to be able to be precise with those stop outs. Understand that the risk and volatility is a little bit bigger, but I wanted that exposure to Disney. So Disney, next time I could do better is have more eyes on Disney, a little bit more volume. I really thought that 180 would go, but it just didn't. Our next trade of the day was on Boeing, and Boeing had a quick dip down, something about, defense deals, something settlement, $2.5 billion fine to settle investigation of their 737 MAX, but they bought the dip yesterday. Because they bought the dip, I wanted to still see if Boeing was long biased today. So Boeing, we got this nice quick pull down, and then we curled up, and we came back into the support level of 211. This comes from the daily chart. Right over here where we moved up, based out, and rallied. So now that's going to be an important level for me to dip buy off of. And boom, I went ahead and went long Boeing just over 212. So right in that little area, let's clear the drawing set. So we went long Boeing right about here over 212. And we got this nice good push up, was up about $80, $90. It was just one call contract. And I was this is where on Fridays, it's less likely to have breakouts over the highs of the day and have a big range expansion. But I was targeting a bigger breakout, at least to about the 215 level. And I just unfortunately, didn't be able to manage this trade well enough. Was up about $80. Then we moved down and we slammed underneath support, and I had to stop out of Boeing for minus $37. So Boeing, a little bit of annoying expense trade, but oh well. Let's get into our next trade. Our next trade of the day was on Apple, AAPL, and Apple had a really good pattern that was pretty easy to go off of. It was Apple was a little bit whippy all day, but look, we have this nice strong downtrend kind of all day. And right here, we made higher lows, so I'm just kind of drawing an X, a little bit choppy here, but we had this nice good move up, and we had the nice sideways consolidation. This is a nice good bull flag. So I went ahead and went long Apple, just over 131.22. And boom, we got this nice good push up. And I learned from my Boeing trade that I don't expect Apple to break the high of the day. So I'm kind of peeling profits. I peeled off profits at 131.64. And we got this another good bull flag. I really should have added here, but I wanted to keep conservative after Disney and Boeing stopping out. And we got this nice good push up, and I went ahead and took my profits right at about 132.20 on the second piece of Apple. So Apple used very little amounts of buying power, used maybe about $50, $60 of buying power, was able to squeeze out $55 on that. And then the swing trading account, we were able to ghetto spread Apple because we bought multiple contracts right there at 131.20, and boom, we were able to get an extra $48. We got a vertical spread, we ghetto spreaded, so we bought the 132 call, then we sold the 134 call. Both of those are making money. So Apple is a really good revenue trade of about $100 for us today. So that was Apple, but our best trade of the day was on Spotify. And boy, Spotify, what a beast. The all-time high breakout setup is my favorite setup. Spotify was in the game plan to go long at 300. We just didn't get that dip buy. They just barely came up short to 305, and boom, just bull flag, bull wedge, whatever you want to call it. Massive explosion, nice good volume day today, and Spotify was up massively, and it had this nice good morning run. But later in the day, I had decided that, you know what, Spotify is probably going to hit about 350. So what I can do is I went ahead and went long Spotify right over here over 131.71, and I bought a 350 strike call for $140, and I put a stop loss in for minus $50. Well, Spotify just went sideways a little bit, and then boom, volume started to come in. Massive push up, and boom, we just took from $140 and we took profits on that. On Spotify, we took $400 off of that $140 contract. Boom, throws us instantly green on the day. We were able to do that on the Robinhood account. Thank goodness Robinhood lets you do same-day options. But with great power comes great responsibility. Not all the time the moves will be this well, but in this market environment, it's just really nice to get these good pushes. So that was $140 into $400 just off of getting about 2% move in just about 30 minutes. So that was Spotify. Spotify later in the day put in an ascending triangle and broke bullish, as we described in the Weenie Trades Live. So that was a really fun trade. And our last trade of the day, our last main trade of the day, we had a lot of trades. You can see the account statement whenever or during Weenie Trades Live, but was NEO. And NEO is getting super oversold. And we had that NEO all-time high breakout setup's my favorite setup. It creates a lot of momentum to the upside, whether you're dip buying or doing breakouts. But NEO, I was kind of looking at this consolidation area right about here, and I was also looking at the old all-time high, which was 57. So 57 and about 57.40. I'm watching those zones for dip buys, and boom, NEO started to get really oversold. I went ahead and went long NEO. I bought one call contract right about 57. It was right about 57.30, and I added to NEO right at about 57. So my average is right about 57.15, somewhere in this area. Boom, quick rocket ride. Contracts went from $25 to $75, and I just came out of NEO right at about $57.91. So it was a nice good trade to end the day, $42, pad the stats. So really fun day on this Friday. Crypto's going crazy. SPY's going crazy. SPY had a massive sell-off, then completely recovered and reached new all-time highs. Lots of positive news catalysts on the stimulus side. So we'll see where SPY goes. Maybe we go as high as 390. I don't want to be too bullish, but it's definitely in that euphoric type of mode in the market. And all you can do is just ride it. If you're long, you ride it. It's risky to buy up here, but if you're already long, it's okay to ride. You just trail up your stops. So hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Let's rest up. We pulled in over $2,000 profit this week, first week of January 2021. So super fun, and let's get ready for next week. Alrighty, be sure to punch the like button and share and subscribe. Tell everybody to come join Weenie Trades. We're having a lot of fun here. Alrighty, see ya.